Hi, I'm Pamela from Pamela's Patterns and welcome to my studio. I will be showing you how to construct the necklines and armholes of the sleeveless top from number 108, the new versatile twin set. We're going to start by getting the fabric stabilized, getting the sleeveless top stabilized. I'm starting by stabilizing the shoulder edges, and I use this woven stay tape, which is nice and stable. It presses onto the shoulder seams, and it's just very lightweight, so it doesn't add any bulk, but keeps the shoulders stable so that they don't stretch out of shape. After that, you'll stitch your shoulder seams. I've used a serger here, but you could use a sewing machine as well. And then once that's done, you're going to stitch on a single layer of the fabric about 1/2 inch in from the armhole edges and the neckline edges. After that, we're going to stabilize the neckline edges, but you'll notice that the stabilizing is going to be done below that stitching line that you did. And that's because this is going to be a turned under finish where you just turn and stitch, and we need to be able to have the outside edge really flexible so it'll bend around the curves. This stabilizer that we're using is the knit stay tape. This is very lightweight as well, but it's also flexible enough to bend around the curves. And it is also a fusible, so that will get fused on. If you need some more tips on applying the stay tapes, there is a YouTube video about stay tapes as well. This would get applied to the front neckline and the back neckline, and then it's ready to go, and you would stitch your side seams and then ready to go to the sewing machine for finishing. So the finishing, you'll be turning the fabric over so that the row of stitching is just turning to the wrong side of the fabric. Your stitching will be close to that edge, so it'll be about 1/2 inch away from the folded edge. And the trick to getting this nice and smooth is to only stitch in small increments. You don't even really have to pin. Just hold 1 inch or 2 of the fabric and stitch. And then move to the next area and just 1 inch or 2 of fabric and stitch. And if you just keep going around and doing a little bit at a time, it'll go really smoothly. When you get into the really curved areas like under the arm, you may really have to give that outside edge a good stretch for it to go all the way around. When you're done with your stitching, you might notice, most likely will notice, some little waviness, and you might see some diagonal pulls in the fabric, but not to worry. All you have to do is some blocking with your iron, and that will all smooth out. So if you take your iron and steam generously, get it nice and hot, and the steam will kind of get it a little bit wet. Then I'll put a press cloth over the top, because sometimes these knits you don't want to put the iron directly on, especially if it's a polyester, and then you press. You'll end up with a nice smooth neckline and armholes, just like the one that you see up here on the mannequin. Everything lies very smooth. The armholes lie nice and smooth. It's a real easy finish. I hope you'll enjoy your top.